How's it, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. It is a Friday, and what a week it's been. I want to go over the most important prices to look at within, crypto markets. Obviously, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the major coins, as well as some other altcoins that you guys like to trade. And you can put that in the comment section below. And basically, we'll be going over some news that's been happening. There's been a lot of news within the market about. Obviously there's a lot more wealth coming into the crypto market again because of the fact that the inflation data was obviously lower than the previous month, right? So we did get a massive move up, and I'll be speaking about that move up as well as go over very, very important levels in the market. So if you guys enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe, as well as comment down below any opinions or anything that you would like me to go over. So with no further ado, let's go over the market. So looking at Bitcoin here, looking at the total cryptocurrencies prices by market cap, you can see that we are down 2.3% within today, and that is because we did expect a bit of a retracement from yesterday after such a massive move to the upside. There will be some type of move to the downside, right? So there's always going to be a retracement within pumps, and that is currently what we're getting. So Bitcoin, the last 24 hours is down 4%, but the last 7 days it is up 8%. Ethereum, down 1.74, up around about 6.73%, and then you can go on and on. So not too bad in the market. We did expect some type of retracement. So let's go over Bitcoin on a higher time frame. So let's go over Bitcoin over here. So taking a look at Bitcoin, right? So these were the levels that I've marked out. Okay, so on the daily time frame, we have clear levels marked out on the chart. Okay, we have this 25,000 level that we obviously retested yesterday, and we did not close above that zone. So I was saying that if Bitcoin closes above 25,000, we would expect a move back up to 30,000 or 28,000. That is our next area of resistance. Okay, and that area of resistance is a support from the past. Okay, so it was support, and now it is going to be resistance, right? So keep in mind that that is still an area that I'm looking at, but there's certain conditions that need to happen in order for price to get there. So that is why the video is called Bitcoin to 30K with a question mark, because yesterday we were getting that nice run up, and then obviously we fell down due to the stock markets also showed some moves to the downside. I will be going over that here. So the stock market showed quite a big move to the downside, and it obviously broke this trend. Okay, so this is the trend I was looking at for the S&P 500, and it actually lost a trend, and that is currently why we are facing this retracement. And I was speaking about, as long as we above this trend, we are bullish, and then obviously we lost the trend, and that is why we had this move down. Okay, so it is looking quite good in terms of that, but yeah, let's take a look at a smaller time frame here. So looking on the 4-hour, we are currently still respecting these levels. So we came down back and hit this 23,350 zone, as well as this 24,000, and now we are currently respecting this level. Okay, so if we break above 24,000, I will be looking at longs back up to 25,000, just because of the fact that we are still bullish. This is just a minor retracement, and then I'll be looking at longs back up to around about 25K. So let's take a look at this smaller time frame. I've got this chart here that I want to show you guys what I'm looking at. Okay, so Bitcoin, I'm looking at potential buys above 23,883. Okay, so we have potential buys above 23,883, and I will be targeting around about the 24,150 level, as well as this level at the top here, around about 24,487. Okay, and the reason why I'm targeting these levels, well, the reason is because we have a support at this level, as well as a resistance at 24,151, and as well at the top here we have a resistance slash support at this area. So you want to be targeting those levels in order for you to take profit. Yeah, so Bitcoin, looking for that. I will be going over the Ethereum trade that I am currently looking at within the next few minutes here. So let's take a look at Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum, also looking at bars. Okay, we've been in this range the whole day today. Okay, so we've been in this range at 1668 to around about 1653. I did actually catch a bar earlier around about this level over here. I caught a bar around about this level over here just because of the fact that we are finding such important support over here. And I said in the Telegram group that if we hold this level of support, we're most likely going to come up to this range, and that's exactly what's happening. Okay. So yeah, if you guys want to join the Telegram group, you can do so. Obviously, if you trade with CoinW, you get those benefits of free education and obviously signals and all of that. So if you trade with CoinW, all you need to do is just send your UID number and come to the Telegram group. So yeah, so this is what we're currently looking at for Bitcoin. I will be for Ethereum, I will be looking at potential longs above this zone. Okay, back up to 1681. So once we get to 1681, I'll be looking at taking profit. So this is the kind of trader I'm looking at for Ethereum at the moment. Yeah, so we have those two areas. So we have Bitcoin looking at bars above 23,883, and then Ethereum looking for bars above 1668. If there's any other charts you want me to go over, please put them in the comments. I will be going over any comments that you guys want me to go over. In the meantime, while we wait, I will choose a few altcoins to investigate. But before we get to that, I want to go over why we got that massive rally in the market. Okay, and the reason was because we had 1.6 billion worth of dollars coming into the crypto markets. Especially through Circle issued USD coin. Okay, so people were bringing in 1.6 billion of USDC into the crypto market, and obviously that is why we had that massive move. So all these institutions and big whales obviously made the price go up so much, as well as we had the CPI data, which was the previous month was 6.5, and obviously we had a 6.4% within this month. So lower CPI, institutional investors putting big money into the market, we're most likely going to see that pump, and that is why we did get that rally. Okay, we got that big rally back up to 25, like I was saying over here. So in the long term, it's still looking very good for the long term. And what I'll be potentially waiting for is this levels here broken here, which is that's 23, 865, 888, around about there, looking back to long. So it's this setup over here. Okay, and that's what I'm be waiting for. So let's take a few coins here, go over a bit of some altcoins, and then if you guys have any other coins, put them in the comment now. I will be going over all those coins if you want me to. So let's go over. I want to go over Filecoin because it's been doing extremely well. Today it's up around about 26% in one day, and the reason why it's doing so well is because of the fact that it was very it was at a very major zone. Okay, so I want to point this out over here. Okay, so this zone over here is the resistance from a long time ago. Okay, so you can see price was struggling to break the zone since September, August 2022, and that is currently why we're getting that move up. It's very strong, and yeah, I think a lot of money is coming into this coin at the moment. And in the Telegram group, I did point out today, I was looking at this position, and this is exactly what we got. We got that move back up to 6.837, and I was targeting this zone because of the fact that this was the next resistance level. So let's take a look at why this zone is getting respected. Okay, let me just put in a higher time frame here. Okay, so looking left here, you can see that this is the area where price normally gets rejected from, and that's why I'm currently, you would take profit at those zones, because when you're in a long position or a short position, you want to be taking profit at the nearest resistance or support, because that's where price normally reacts at, and we can see we are getting a reaction at this 6.837 zone. So yeah, if you want to join the Telegram group where we do share all these signals and all of that, yeah, you can do so. So this is one of the trades that we did take this morning that I was looking at. It was around about a 4% trade. This was based on the fact that we're consolidating. We had this zone that we looked at previously, and it was a very, very strong resistance zone. And once we broke above this wick over here, we got that move up. Okay, so because we broke the previous wick and the market started to go up in the direction. So this was just one of those trades that we did provide from today's session on the Telegram group. So if you're willing to join that, you must do so. Let's go over a few other coins here. Okay. So yeah, Litecoin, interesting, very interesting that we have here. So this was also one of the trades that we had going here. The take profit was set at 106, but we had take profit ones at 103 and a bit higher. Okay, so the reason why we took this trade was because we had a closure above there. But now for what I'm looking at is, are we looking for bars above this area at 100.889? Okay, so I'll be looking at bars above 100.89 for Litecoin. So let's label that bars above. Okay, and yeah, currently the range that it's in now between 100 and 97. There's not much we can be doing here, but I will be looking at potential bars above this zone, targeting this level at 103.82. Okay, so we need a candle to close above this area. Preferably a 15-minute or a 30-minute candle closure would be ideal. And that's what I'll be waiting for Litecoin. Very simple. The analysis over here does state that if we break back above the zone, we're most probably going to come back up and test higher levels, and that's what I'm seeing. So yeah, that's definitely what we need to watch out for. Let's take a look at Solana. Okay, so Solana, let's take a look at what's happening here. Okay, so Solana has been trading within this area here. We can move this down to over here now, because this would be our support that is currently just formed, right? And what can we see? Well, we can see that price is trading between this 23 and this 22.25, which is around about a 3% move. Okay, and then we need to look left here and see what happens when we close above this next range. So we are currently in this area, right? This zone. Okay, we need to see what happens when we close above this green zone over here in order for us to look for positions. Okay, so this green zone, I'm going to extend it to the right just so we can make note that this is the area we're looking at. So we know, okay, when price closes above this zone, what tends to happen? Well, let's take a look. Closes above, what happens? We tend to move up. Okay, closes above, what happens? We tend to move up. Okay, whenever we close below, what tends to happen? We tend to move down to this area. So we know that whenever we close above 23, we tend to move up to the next area of resistance. So are we looking for bars above 23 if we get a candle to close above here? Bear in mind that it's a 3% move to the upside, so it would have to take a bit of movement. but this would be the ideal buy position, just because of the continuation of, the uptrend, and that's obviously why you want to be looking for buys at a higher price, because if you buy too early, it could just be a retracement or move back down. So you want to be buying rather, obviously not high enough. Like when you in a long position or a short position, you want to be placing a position based on what the price is going to do in terms of direction. So you want to enter at a closure or a higher price just to confirm that that move's going to happen, rather than just entering too early. So looking at Solana, we do look at this level at 23, and we will be waiting for a potential buy above 23 over here, back up to 23.54. Okay, this is what we are looking for. And yeah, I mean, at the moment we can't really do much for Solana. Let's take a look at some of these other coins. We are waiting for this Ethereum trade at 1668. We are waiting for this Bitcoin trade as well. I will be going over them in a short minute. But yeah, any coins that you guys want me to go over, just put them in the comment section below. I will be going over any suggestions that you guys would like, and answering any questions that you guys have regarding to the crypto market at the moment, and yeah, just within any of the crypto space. So yeah, let's see what's happening on the crypto bubbles here. See the 5 minutes. So 5 minutes is having a bit more green than red at the moment. 15 minutes also looking quite good. A lot of coins are starting to move up a bit more again. Okay, so yeah, well, at the moment we can't do much in terms of positions. We have to be waiting for candles to close either bullish or bearish regarding on our position, but we are waiting for these positions to happen. Yeah, let's take a look at some other coins while we wait. Let's take a look at Chills. Okay, Chills is a very interesting one. Let's take a look over here. So we had bars above this area on the higher time frame, which is a 4 hour. We had bars above 0.1343, and that's because of this very, very valid support line over here. You can see whenever we closed above here, we came up. Whenever we closed above here, we came up, and that was the position that was taken. And this level is serving as a very, very valid support. So until we close bearish below here, we can look at sells. But at the moment, it's looking very strong to the upside. And what I'll be waiting for is a continuation. So continuation meaning probably we have some type of zones. We have an area of resistance at, let's take a look here. Yeah, this area over here is very, very strong. Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of resistance sitting at these zones where price comes in and reacts. Same with over here, this whole move over here, and then obviously this. Same goes with what's happening here, and then this movement like this. So at the moment, we know that that level is a level that we need to break in order for us to continue to the upside. Okay, and until we break that level, we can't really be looking at trades here. So yeah, so basically what I'll be waiting for is bars above 0.1414. That is around about, will be quite a big move here. Yeah, it's not too bad, 1% move to the upside. Once we get that, we can potentially target, obviously we have some type of level here. So that's the current situation I will be looking at for for chills, right? So CHZ, okay, something like that, back up to 0.1481. Yeah, so that is the situation. The market is very, very slow at the moment. It's more just consolidating. Not much is happening. It hasn't done anything today. Obviously this morning it had that drop, but that was about it, and now it's kind of just been ranging. So since 2 o'clock this morning, it's been in this range of 23,883 and 23,523. Okay, so that is why we're going to be waiting for this position. Sure, let's go over XRP, Doge, and Link, and then APT. We'll do all of those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all of these up, just so we can refer back to them just now. Okay, and then I will obviously do that. So let's go over APT. I'll do APT just now. Let's go over XRP. It was first requested. Okay, XRP, very interesting. Let's take a look here. We have this major support at this level over here. Let's extend this. Okay. So let's extend this to the left to see where we are. So we are currently finding some type of, support at this area, and it matches with this area over here. Okay, so we can see that price is struggling to, break below this zone, right? With all these wicks are telling us that price is struggling to break below here. Okay, same with over here. Price was struggling to break above here, right? Struggling to break above here. But whenever we broke above here, right? Whenever we broke above here, what happens? Well, price tends to go up. Okay, so price tends to go up when we break above 0.3840. So whenever price breaks above 0.380, we tend to come up to higher levels. Okay, so this resistance slash support is very strong and needs to be respected. So we need to keep an eye out on this level, very strong level of support that XRP is currently facing. Okay, so we can mark that out. Let's just take away these. At the top here, we have a level of resistance, at the top of this level over here on the 4 hour, right? So we have this level of resistance that is very, very valid, and we can see that has been respecting. So let's take a look at the smaller time frames to see where we're currently at. So we know that we did create this this new high within the market, but it wasn't a new high from the 9th of Feb. So we are still trading below this area. Okay, so once we break above this area of around about 0.4043, well, then we can look for buys, because at the moment, what is going to happen? Well, we don't know. We know that price is probably just going to range within this range over here. Okay, so this range is currently just an area of where price consolidates at. Okay, so we need to take advantage of the situation where price doesn't consolidate. We want to take advantage of the next move. Okay, so that is currently why we're going to be looking for buys above 0.403. Okay, and where would we be targeting? We'll be targeting these areas of resistance above here. Okay, and that is the current situation for XRP. So I'll be waiting for this. This is looking like it, it would only plan out within the next couple of days. And bear in mind, it is the weekend, so the volume does get a bit lower. But I'm not saying that there isn't volume. But yeah, let's go on a smaller time frame here just to see this. Okay, so we know that we're looking for buys above 0.4042, and then obviously here, I mean, if you want to do a scalp, we could potentially look for a closure above this area on the 5 minute here. Okay, so we could potentially look for a very, very short term time frame trade, right, where we could look at buys above 0.3907. Okay, we could potentially look for buys back up to this area over here, which is our next zone of resistance slash support. You can see that price is struggling to break that zone, and that is the potential target. So this is looking very good actually for a potential move of around about 1%. Not that big, but it is a move that can be taken advantage of. So if we get a 5-minute candle closure above 0.3907, well, then we can take longs that back to 0.3944. Okay, so looking at this now, looking quite nice with the market of BTC coming up a bit here. This is what our potential position could look like. Okay, so keep that in mind. This is XRP. I see someone said Dogecoin. Let's take a look at Doge. Doge actually fell a lot. So yeah, what I'm looking at for Dogecoin is very interesting. Okay, it's more of a long-term play. So I'm waiting for a candle to close above 0.09098, and I will be targeting this 0.096 area. Okay, the reason why I'm targeting that area is because that is our next resistance zone. But at the moment, Dogecoin obviously broke a bit of structure within this morning, which is it's looking not that great. But I will be capitalizing on this long position at 0.09098. Okay, because looking on the higher time frame here, we're still climbing up, and what needs to happen in terms of Dogecoin for the longer time frame view, we needed to break the 0.096, which is where my target of the long would be. Okay, so that is what I'll be waiting for Dogecoin. At the moment, I'm currently just waiting. Let's just take a look at Ethereum quickly. I'm looking for potential positions for Ethereum here. If we get a closure above the zone, so I'll be looking at targeting around about 1680, but looking at taking profits around about 1675. Okay, and the reason for this is because this is a very, very strong zone, and I think once we break above here, we're most likely just going to carry on going up to levels of 1675, which is what I'll be targeting for obviously Ethereum here. So this would be the trade that I'm looking at. We need a candle to close above here though. If this candle just starts running to the upside, well then, that's a trade that we could have taken. But we need a candle to close bullish above here in order for us to take this trade. So I will be waiting 2 minutes just to see how this closes, and then I'll be going over Chainlink and APT. But while we wait, actually, I can quickly go over APC. I'll show you the levels that I'm looking at, just so you have an idea. Yeah, so APT, looking at this, okay, looking at potential move from 14.76 back up to 15.61, okay, so that would be the target for APT. If you want to write that down, you can, and that is currently what I'm looking at for APT. I'm not going to go into the whole market breakdown because I want to see what happens here for Ethereum. Yeah, well, today, let's take a look at the news today. There's not much news. There's a bit of news a bit later, but it is yellow folder, which is nothing hectic. It will have a little bit of effect on the price, but it won't be major. But just keep in mind that there is news there. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so we get a 15 minutes and a 30-minute closure here, which is very interesting. I would be taking longs back up to 1675 from here. Definitely targeting this wick over here, because whenever we close back above this zone, it tends to start to ride a bit. So I will be looking at potential long positions for Ethereum if we get a closure though. Very important to get a candle to close above here. Let's see. So we did get a closure. I will be looking at long positions right now, where I'll be looking at entering the market. So yeah, I am currently looking at a long position where I'm targeting this area at 1675. And that is the zone I'll be looking at for a potential take profit, and then obviously 1681. And then yeah, looking at Bitcoin, we still need to wait for 23,883 to be looked at. Okay. Once we break above 23,883, I'll be looking at potential longs as well. So yeah, what for this trade right here, we need to break this high over here, and then we'll be executed. So it'll be something like this, right? What I'll be looking at. Where this will be the TP1. Yeah, so we closed above this zone on the 15 minutes. We closed above on the 30 minute. And yeah, I would expect price to go up from here. So that is the current plan. And we are looking at taking bars back up to 1675. So our entry would be at the break of these highs. We need to break these highs in order for us to come up. And once we break these highs, we'll be in the market for long position. But at the moment, we're just currently waiting. So once we break these highs, yeah, we should look at entering the market. Let's take a look back at APT. So APT, we are looking for a 14.76 move, where we're looking for bars back up to around about 15.61. And that is currently what we're looking at for APT. For chills, we're looking at 0.1414 back up to 0.1481. Ethereum, we're looking for obviously the break of these highs for potential move back up to 16.75. Let's see if we get that. And then for Bitcoin, we're looking at a 23 bars above 23,883 back up to 24. Okay. So that's the current situation that we're looking at. Let's take a look at the S&P 500 to see what it is doing. Remember, the S&P 500 has an effect on the crypto market. They are directly proportional to one another, and obviously that would affect what's going to happen. Okay. Yeah, so the S&P 500 is still coming down. So there could be still a bit more downside before we get that move up. It is approaching a level of significant support that has been bounced from multiple times. Okay, so we could see a potential bounce for the crypto markets here. But yeah, these are the current levels I'm looking at, and then I want to take a look at Filecoin to see what's happening. Yeah, you can just see how Filecoin's reacted at this level at 6.837. It's a very, very strong level, and you can see how prices reacted. Yeah, so if Bitcoin breaks 23,883, we're potentially going to go back up to 24,151. Okay, which is a zone that we would look at taking profits. But we need to keep an eye out on this, obviously here, this level at 4,052. Yeah, so we're gonna wait here. We're waiting for this to obviously take place, where we get the break of the highs, and once we break those highs, we will be entering positions. Bitcoin is looking good for a long to the upside, and I would expect that to happen. The market is currently looking good. But yeah, if does anyone have any more questions or any charts you guys want me to go over, you can put that in. I've gone over quite a lot of charts and the fundamentals and what's happening in the market at the moment. My predictions of where I think the market will be going. But yeah, if there's no further questions, just keep in mind that we do have educational videos on YouTube on the channel below. If you want to watch how to trade, how to, obviously the basics of trading, the beginner guide, and there will be an advanced version the next couple of weeks. So yeah, keep in mind that we do have those resources available for you guys, and they're all in the videos below, video description below. So yeah, if there's no other questions regarding what's happening, thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate everyone for being here, and yeah, have a good weekend, have a good Friday, and see you guys next week, Wednesday. I will be waiting a couple of minutes to see if you guys have any more coins to go over. But yeah, these are the current trades I'm looking at. So I'll go over the trades again for Ethereum. We have Ethereum bar at around about 1669.81. Once we break above this level, we most likely going to come back to higher levels. Bitcoin looking at bars above 23,883. Chills, we're looking for bars at 0.1414. So this would be bars above here. Alright. And then we're looking at APT as well. Yeah, APT, we're looking at bars above 14.76. But yeah, if there's no other questions, I appreciate you guys for being here again, and see you guys next week, Wednesday. And be sure to put all these levels on your chart, and also put a reminder on your phone that we do have these lives twice a week, Wednesday and Friday. And then we also have the Telegram group where you guys can obviously get our signals and be part of CoinW growing community within every single region out there. Very diversified, and we obviously enjoy that. So thanks again for being here. I really appreciate everyone for being here, and see you guys next week.